Hello guys and gals, and welcome. Welcome to this journey. My name is Don Peterson, and I'm excited. I find it incredibly appropriate that we're connecting. It's the first day of spring, okay? So I don't know when you're going to see this video. If you're seeing it on the 21st of March. It's the first day of spring, and I find it very appropriate that I'm doing this introduction on the first day of spring for a number of reasons. I was reared back in my prayer chair this morning thinking, is today the first day of spring? And as it turns out, I had a conversation with my sister a little bit later, and she knows everything. Most incredible memory I have ever experienced in my life. She picks up the phone and she's like, oh, so today is the first day of spring, and she goes on and on and on and on. I won't take you into the conversation, but very creative and flowery in her language, a delight to listen to. But it hit me so hard that with me making this introduction today, it's very appropriate for me to say to you and ask you, are you ready for a spring in your life? Spring is a season of growth. Okay, the sun is coming out. The winter is beginning to kind of fade. We've got all that nice moisture in the ground. The ground is prepared for new growth. Are you ready for a new spring in your life? Are you ready for some breakthroughs? Okay, this is an introduction and an opportunity for you to make one of the most incredible financial breakthroughs that you've ever experienced in your life. Maybe you're looking for a financial breakthrough. Maybe you're ready for a financial breakthrough. You're sick of the cold, dry, struggling, barren winter time, and you're ready for some spring where you can begin to experience some growth and a breakthrough. Well, I'm excited to invite you to follow me on a journey that could open the door for that breakthrough. That could actually open the door for that breakthrough to take place in your life. I'd like for you to just walk with me for a minute, okay, and ask yourself this question, okay, if over the next 5 to 7 days I could generate an additional $400 to $800 of income and be paid by the end of the week, what would that mean to me? So ask yourself that question. If I could generate an additional $400 to $800 in income into my life over the next 5 to 7 days, what would that mean to me? And now before you go scampering around, I want you to take a moment, sit with that thought, close your eyes, breathe deeply into your stomach, and give yourself the gift of imagining that money already sitting in your bank account. $800 that wasn't there at the beginning of the week. And just allow it to sit for a few seconds. And now relax and open your eyes. Now, my friend, you have just began the process of closing the gap. The gap. What do I mean by the gap? Okay, well, there's the initial thought, the initial desire. Oh, wow, $400 to $800 over the next 5 to 7 days. The initial thought, the initial desire. Oh, my goodness, how great would that be? And then there is the foundation which has been created in your being up to now. The habits, the blocks, the residual things that kind of hang on you and gnaw on you, the doubt saying, oh my goodness, I know it's possible, but can I do it? I've seen other people do it, but can I do it? All this is gnawing at you, keeping you from moving forward. Maybe there is even some paralysis from a trauma that you experienced at some point in your life. All of these things are working against that desire that you just laid in front of you. What we're talking about is the distance between your head, the initial desire, and your heart. It's interesting, the proverb says, guard the heart above all things, for it will determine the direction of your life. And I'm here to say to you that I'm convinced that when the Bible talks about the heart, in this particular instance, it's speaking of the subconscious mind. So you have head, 5% of your power, and heart, 95% of the direction which is going to be created in your life, no matter what that initial desire is. So, what I'm actually inviting you to is to join me on a journey that we call closing the gap. What if indeed you can close the distance between that desire and that 95%, I've even heard it called, the power of our subconscious mind is absolutely unbelievable. What if you could close that gap between that initial desire and all of the power that you have inside of you to bring that desire into reality and flat out do it? Your life will change if that's what you're needing. Some of you listening to this are maybe even more familiar with this than I am. But what we're looking to do on this journey is present you with the vehicle, okay? A program by which you can begin receiving leads immediately, directing those leads to our webinar where we will turn those leads into sales. And when we turn your leads into sales, you get paid $400. Now, how cool is that? But there is action that you need to take. That's just one ingredient giving you the vehicle. The next ingredient, and the most important ingredient, is what type of person are you going to bring to the process of working with that vehicle? That is where we close the gap. And I don't want this video to be too long, but I invite you to join us as we walk into a new spring in your life, a spring of financial breakthrough. Now, I gave you the example of $400 to $800. Let me tell you, we have people that are earning $400 to $800 per day. But we need to put the ingredients in place. So we're going to start out by, first of all, letting you know that it requires a certain type of mentoring. You need to understand what you're doing going in, okay? By the same factor, you need to be in position to start generating income quickly without having to go through a learning curve. The learning curve itself will be enough to frustrate you and widen that gap that we're talking about. Also, you need some direction and some understanding. Awareness might be the most powerful gift that you can receive. And to become aware of the reason as to why the gap exists in the first place, and to be given modalities that will put you in a position to begin moment by moment, second by second, living in the present moment. To close that gap are the ingredients for quantum breakthrough. A breakthrough which will make you look in the mirror and say, what did I just accomplish? A breakthrough which will make your family and friends go, man, what's going on with you, Don? I mean, you're just killing it these days. What's going on with you, brother? Wouldn't you like to have that type of breakthrough in your life? Okay, now I get a little bit excited, and you're going to get to connect with me and experience some of this excitement. And I am so looking forward to it. Closing the Gap is the program that I am inviting you to. Below, you're going to find links that are going to enable you to sign up to our free 7-part boot camp. It's actually a 7-part introduction to closing the gap that are going to give you some real actionable items to help you, first of all, become aware of why the gap exists in the first place, especially if you're someone who has experienced emotionalized trauma over the course of your life. We're going to get deep. We're going to be talking about blocks here, okay, and we're going to talk about some things that a lot of people tend to veer away from in the self-improvement industry, just because this is the route we have chosen to take. But you're going to get to sign up for your free 7-part Closing the Gap newsletter. Secondly, we're going to introduce you to a community of mentors who have just generated income. You know, if you want to generate incredible income, you need guidance and you need a direction that's going to keep you from becoming overwhelmed and scattered. And I need to watch myself because, see, this video will end up being 25 minutes before you know it because I'm so excited and there's so much I want to share with you. Also, we're going to introduce you, give you free access to one of the best Facebook posters around, and then we're going to introduce you, and all this is below this video, to this program where at the push of a button, leads will begin coming to you. These are all inbound leads, no prospecting required. All you need to do is direct these leads to our webinar. We close your sales. You make $400. My name is Don Peterson, and I welcome you to closing the gap and becoming congruent in your life and achieve the greatest personal breakthrough, the greatest financial breakthrough that you've ever experienced. I'd like to take a moment, if I might, and read something with to you that I love. It's very inspiring. It's kind of the inspiration for closing the gap. The words are, the greatest distance in existence for man is not from here to there, nor from there to here. Nay, the greatest distance in existence for man is from his mind to his heart. Unless you conquer that distance, you can never learn to soar like an eagle and realize your own immensity within. And we all stood there in silence and realizing we have just been given a teaching which truly brought home the reality that you and I, we live in a world so far away from our own reality within. And no wonder we never know who we are. Because unless you soar like an eagle and look at yourself, you will not realize the distance. Unless you do that, you will never know how great you are within. My friend, inside of you there is a warrior that's just waiting to be inspired to take action on a guided path, a guided blueprint. We're going to help you put together a blueprint, and I'm going to cut myself off here because I will talk for another 25 minutes or so. But click on the link below. We're going to invite you into mentoring groups. We're going to connect you with mentors, help you put together a blueprint for yourself that will take you immediately in the direction of your financial goals, and simultaneously, as a requirement, take you in the direction of becoming the best you that you can become. My name is Don Peterson. Thank you so much for joining me here. Let's step into your new spring, my friend. We'll see you on the other side.